Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day from Joe and I to all the moms out there. Whether you're holding down two sides, whatever you're doing, happy Mother's Day. Today is May the 11th, 2025, and it's 9 o'clock a.m. Today, I'm going to finish working up one of the memory bears, so you'll see it come all full circle, and then I'll shift next Sunday to something else for us. So let me slip into the chat real quick and welcome those that are here today. I don't expect a lot with it being a holiday, but I want to thank those that did come. If you're watching it on the replay, we appreciate you. Michelle Crafton, more happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you. Donna, good morning and happy Mother's Day to everyone. I hope all the mamas, including the ones in the mommy role, and fur baby mommy rolls all have an amazing day. Yes. Joe's shaking his head. Candace, happy Mother's Day, sweetheart. Joydy, happy Mother's Day, everyone. New York Beauty, happy Mother's Day, squirrels. I have to become a squirrel soon. Yes, you do. You don't know all the fun that we have. You send me an email and I'll throw you in the squirrel group while you're waiting to become one. Now I'm just a fat rat. We'll call you a chipmunk. You're on the outside looking in. I got hungry from all the food at Lisa's. I was watching too, and I'm telling you what, yum. Happy Mother's Day, I said to everyone. Haha, Joydy. No, we're going to call her chipmunk. Yeah, I like that. That's the babies. New York Beauty, Mike, hello, sweetheart. Super special for Disco Queen. You're amazing. Thank you. And everything bagel with, I can't make that out, Joe. Is it locks? Lax? Right here, where I'm at. Right there, that.
Oh, misspelled.
Oh, okay. Cream cheese and capers will be a mighty fine breakfast for right now. You can keep the fish, but yum. Ninette, good morning, happy Mother's Day. Noreen, happy Mother's Day. Auntie Donna, happy Mother's Day. You're welcome. Diane, good morning and happy Mother's Day. Brenda, good morning. Kathy, happy Mother's Day and good morning, everyone. I'm trying to skim. I've already said hello to Brenda, and that is it so far. Cool, thanks, Dawn. I love the chipmunk. It's so cute, right? So we'll just have you in the chipmunk group for right now. Kathy, good morning. So I don't know what everybody's plans are, and I'm not sure how long. What am I going to do? Next, I'm going to have him work on little chipmunks for the ones that can't join yet. So the squirrel Marty will have someone to play with. What do you guys think? Give me some love in the chat if you think Marty needs little chipmunks to play with. In Quilt Fat Mikey, happy Mama's Day to Mama. Oh, hello Debbie and good morning. You guys are so amazing. So anyway, last week I left off where I was showing you how you could join the sides two different ways. So I showed you that way, and then now this week I'm going to show you a different way. It's going to be putting your right sides together, and I always put the face down. That way it's going to line up better for me because as you can see, I hope, I've already got the nose and the eyes in place. Thank goodness for Joe because he was the one doing it. And it's just a little bit much yet for my hands. I did the pocket on this one because this one's going to adult, that they'll be able to talk like a little special memory because these are memory bears. And I chose to do it that way. So now I'm going to just make this as flat as I can. I've pressed the seam already this way. That way, as I'm stuffing it and getting up in the ears and the head, I've got a small enough hole my hand can get in, but when I stitch it up, I don't want to worry about trying to line things up. So you've got a few marks here that's very important that you do line up or you're going to have a very special bear. Even though we love special bears, we want to make sure that we do our best here. Love you, lady. You guys are so sweet. Friendly chipmunks are fun to play with. Yes. I just woke up. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms just now coming in. So let me pull this off, and I'm just going to do a quick clip. But I want you to be able to see all the way around that you have your little indents, clip outs. You're just going to do a real quick clip at those. Where the arms are going to meet, I'm also going to make sure that I do hit them there as well. If anybody is doing the block swap with our group, please make sure that you do check the block swap group that we have. We're coming up on that deadline, and we need to get those in because I will be taking them to retreat and doing the setup and getting them mailed back out. So check for this morning's messages because you don't want to miss them. I must have cut that funny. That looks a little funny, right? So here we are going to line up. You have a couple little spots here that you have to pay special attention. So we're going to go here on this side, and then I'm going to put it like this. And then a little pucker here. This is honestly, out of this whole pattern, this is the wee little part that it's not a challenge, but it's just different, if that makes sense. So then we're going to bring all of these around and line these up as well. Coffee, anyone? Oh, someone's got to give me some good tea to spill. If you're a channel holder and you've got something delightful going on over at your channel, go ahead and drop it right now while I'm pinning this. I think it'd be cool to see what everybody's been up to. Not a challenge, but different, like me. You guys are too funny. Get this in. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. So, it doesn't matter on here where you begin, but for me, since I know this is the hardest part to get in and get it lined up right, I'm going to pay extra attention down in the bottom, per se. So that's where you're going to see me start the process of this one. I want to make sure everything be lined up nice and tight. Just a second. Done. Need a little band-aid. It's okay. I hate working with pins. You know? Zaza, good morning. Agnes, good morning. I always seem to stick myself just a little bit when I do the pins. So, problem diverted. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be kind of like, I'm going to start on the hump here and come around, zigzag around the bottom end, and then scoop around, kind of like a Mickey Mouse ear, if that makes sense. I'm releasing a new video to my Quilt As You Go beginner series every Monday morning, as well as new Tuesday tidbits for weekly updates, completed items, and works. That's good. That sounds like it's something for us all to keep tabs and watch. Good job, honey. So you do want to back tack in, even though that you know that's going to be where you're going to stop. I'm going to put one of these pins, as much as I don't like pins, because this color blends so nice. I want to make sure that I can physically see where I'm going to be ending when I get to that. So just, you're going to manipulate, really, as you're coming around. And how many of you enjoy doing projects outside of just quilting? Give me a heart in the chat if you are enjoying other projects. I can't wait to get this next Bargello, Debbie, started. It's going to be fun, and I know you're going to thoroughly enjoy it with me. So where I have this, I'm backtacking just a smidge because I really want to make sure that I catch all of it. We wanted to have a little stub of a tail. You don't want a great big cattail on it. Debbie Bargello, yes, and she's anxiously awaiting the kickoff. You think? Seriously, it's going to be a fun time. And I'll be talking to her before, and he's going to thank me, I hope, after we're done this little one. It's going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be fun. Oh, Debbie is going to do, yes, Joydy. She is doing a Bargello with me. I would tease you and say something to the effect of Debbie asked me to do Bargello for her, but that would be big fib. That's not true. But I like to pick on her. So now here I'm still going to, even though I've pivoted, I'm going to backtack in here just a little bit. Sure, thank you, sure. I believe in you. We're going to have a good time. And I'll see you between now and I think we're kicking that off Friday night. So we need to get together before Friday night. So y'all, you're going to want to tune in and watch the magic happen. Grab 6 jelly roll strips. Use your stash. You don't have, or you can make whatever, but you want to make sure there's a good bit of contrast. For the project, you'll see a little bit of movement, but we want to give it a lot of movement. Mike, you are killing me this morning. Is Michael picking on you, Zaza? I tried to stain glass once. Not my thing. Ooh. When is the kickoff? Friday night. Yep, we're going to do it on Friday night. And if we can, we should be able to go beginning to end and do it all in one sitting. And then we'll come back after everybody does their quilt up on it just to see what they come up with. I think that would be very fun. What do you think? I think so. You need to make sure that as you're coming along, you're catching it all of it. Coming down to the end, and you're going to want to keep pulling this over. And pull it over and just keep doing the same thing. That's why I said you need to have your little place marked where you started so you know exactly where you need to stop. Yep, next Friday. This coming Friday, right? If today is the 11th, we have to make sure we all be on the same page, right? Right about that. I needed to be pinched. Let me get this in. Bear with me because my hands still don't grab like they should. I thought wrong. But I left it out. In just a second. No shame in a jack date, right? I need this piece to catch. It's very important or you're not going to have that little stubby tail. All you have to do is pinch it together and slide it down. So what's everyone going to be doing today? Anything fun? I'm going to early lunch date with my daughter and granddaughter. And then dinner tonight with Joe. Good morning, Sandra. Debbie, I thought you swore off Bargellos. I did too. But somehow, I don't understand. She get talked into it. You know? So now I've got all of that. So we're going to come up this side and make sure we have everything tucked in nice and tidy. And you'll see as I come along the edges, the way that we need to line up all of these little markings. And it's very, very important that you do that. Now you can sew this at 1/4 inch or you can sew this at 1/2 inch. And the sky is the limit on what you choose to do. But it's very important you get these sides to lay very flat. Because we will be trimming these out. And just keep sliding them in. Now, when I mail these to the customer, they will be unstuffed. But for demonstration today, I will show you how to stuff the ears and close them out. You won't get to see it fully stuffed, but you'll have the idea. Now, there I need to, that's going to be a pressure point, so you're going to want to make sure that you do come all the way around. I'm spending my day sewing, gardening. Hubby bought me some rose plants and annuals plants for front yard. Awesome. Yes, Candace, super duper peer pressure. What, Candace? I got to see what Candace say. Candace is acting like I do peer pressure. Oh, I don't. Debbie. No. No, Candace. No peer pressure there. Ask me, I tell you. Anybody else want to join in on it? I'm waiting to see how many yeses. It's that time of year. I don't want to do a great big bar jello, but I'm jonesing to do something small. Eva, good morning, Eva. Happy Mother's Day, sweetheart. Coming back to the home stretch now, where I put that pin. I want to pull it out, and I do definitely want to backpack over this area. Excuse me. Sticking my hand in, I want to feel all of the little areas to make sure that I have hit every spot before we do the big trim out. Because we don't want puckers. And it's so easy to miss a little spots. Good morning, Eva. One wee little spot right here we need to catch. And just check all the way around your outside perimeter. So now comes the fun part. We get to do some trimming. No, you love Bargellos, Debbie. You love the looks of them. So just come as close as you can all the way around. You can use the pinking shears or you can just trim out. The closer you get without cutting it, the better it's going to work. And these are time takers, I guess I would want to say, but you want to take your time and honor the recipient because it's their family member and it's their belongings. So you want to do your best. Is everyone going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But you're going to give it your personal best. You can do these for even just your grandkids. And they don't have to be memory bearers. There's cats, there's all kinds of different ones in this pattern pack. And now I'm able to just trim out and it's gonna look like a little booty. Want to come in and hope that I don't clip in too tight. Bear with me because I still have trouble with this hand and getting things done the way I need. So here I'm going to snip in and cut out as close as I can. And I know dead air, but I have to focus so I don't cut through the line. So now we're on this side and we're going to want to come up in as close as we can, just like the other side. And when you get there, you don't want to pucker. So you want to make sure you trim in very good there as well. Anywhere there's a turn, you want to make sure you get it as close as possible. And it's an extra chance for you to make sure that you don't have any openings. Keep trimming around. Tell you what, I'll see if Joe can show you the lion. I finished it up. While I'm doing this, he might be able to, I don't know. But the lion is done. And Donna, did you finish up your lion yet? You have to let me know. So we're back in the next little nook here. And just keep coming as close as you can. And make sure you're not going too tight. But you want it to look really nice. That's the goal. Make it look very nice. And then sometimes we start projects and then we get sideways and start something else and bury them. So life happens. Keep coming around. And voila. Take off all the trimmings. Okay. Hold on. Then I'll switch back into the chat. I was focused. No idea where I'll buy the pattern now. Walmart has a few links. Not much though. Which pattern? Is it the one for the Bargello that we'll be doing? Or the one for the bear? Amazon. You can get it off Amazon. So I believe it's in the description box below. Good morning, Day. Happy Mother's Day, my friend. Delia, I can't talk funny language this morning. I don't have my thing up. Sheila, maybe you could order it online. Yes, I know they have them. Brenda, Simplicity, yes. It's the first thing under the more. Thank you. No, I was working on it yesterday, though, and we'll be working on it more daily now. Good job. What is the Bargello pattern? This is the Bargello pattern. Hold on, I want to... It's called the Villa Rose design. And... this is it. But we're doing, instead of the full quilt, we're going to be changing some numbers and working, and we're going to do a nice wall hanging. I think that will be so cool. So you're going to need 6 colors. That's all you're going to need. 1 strip for each 6. So let me show you how this shading. We've done Bargellos here before. So you're going to go something dark all the way down to light. You can use the same color. The sky's the limit on what you choose to do with it. But this is going to be a simple one, and it should go relatively fast. Let me see. The bear. Oh, yeah. Day it wasn't working on Friday night either. Oh. Joe's going to have to check it again. It comes and goes. Sorry if no links get dropped today. I don't know why. Jordy, the pattern for the Bargello is the Villa Rose design. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Shelly. Day it wasn't working. Yeah, so that. Joe's checking it now to see if he can. It's turned on. I don't know why it's not working. I'm not tech savvy, but he will figure it out. Yeah, I think Donnell was able to drop, but we couldn't on our end. Donnell, can you try to drop a link if you're still here, honey? It was not working on Sean's live yesterday. Okay, it has to be something with Streamlab then.
It says YouTube's inactive.
Yeah, so
it's Streamlab.
Yeah, Joe said it's the Streamlabs that we all use. Yeah, I know. Donnell was able to drop it, nobody else. So, I don't know. She might have superpowers over there. You know? So now I'm just playing and sitting and talking to you guys and turning this right side out. That's where we're at right now. Hey, everyone I missed. I'm on the phone with my mom. That's a good daughter. That is a good daughter. I got a 4:00 a.m. text message from my son on his way to work today to wish me a happy Mother's Day. And we'll get together at another time to hang out or do something. And then my daughter Sam and I and granddaughter are going to do an early lunch today. And then hubby's taking me to a Mother's Day dinner tonight somewhere. So it's just going to be a chill day here on the home front. Yesterday, Joe and I, we took yesterday, and honestly, I did nothing. He went out and got us barbecued chicken that was disgusting. And we had to try to feed it to Buttercup. It was so bad, she wouldn't even eat it. So we binge watched Dolly Parton, The Judge, and what was the other one, Joe? 3 country singer series. Not series, I'm saying it wrong. I want to word it right. They had it on the TV. Their biographies, that's the word. I had to think of the word. I need food. Today is the day I'm going to eat like a pig. Fill this tummy up. I just go to each channel. Okay, I didn't know how you were doing it. So I'm just basically checking for any holes as I'm going around. And you're getting the basic of how it's going to look. And then I'm going to go up into each of the cavities, the arms, the... Hello, Joe. Sandra said Joe. He's waving to you, sweetheart. And just keep poking these out and fooling with them, and eventually you'll get to the point to where they're coming up. But it's just a matter of pressing and checking all these little tiny seams. And you guys have done many projects before. And I just use my nails in this because once the stuffing gets in there and it starts, all three sisters accounted for. Yay! Good job. So now here, when you get to that last one, you should be able to do it a little bit easier. But, you know, just not going to get it all done. Donna, are you sending them stuffed or empty? These are going to be mailed empty because there's 8 of them. And the person that asked me to do this for her and her family requested they come empty. But the only thing I'm going to do is stuff the ears on this one. And then she will know how to do it on the others when they get to her end. And to me, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just to get the ears because you want them to line up just right. But as you can see, I have not finished. I thought I had it all popped out. So I need air, please. Yeah, these need to go empty because there's so many. If anyone has a channel and I have not dropped your link, please let me know. Yes. I'll be having Zaza on my channel soon for a little sit-in chat as we spill just a little bit of tea. So you're going to want to be staying tuned for that. And I'll be getting with her and we'll be getting something set up. Let me see. Thanks, Donna, for doing the links. I keep getting phone calls. That's a good thing. That means your kids are checking in, sweetheart. Family first, always over here. So remember what I said. You need to make sure that when you're doing these, you do press this in because after it's stuffed, oh, I'm not happy with the way that pressed, so I'm going to do it again. I want to make sure that it's going to be easy for her to whip stitch it in. So I want to come down just like this. I don't want any room for error for her. And just hold that tight just for a second and get this pressed down in. And when you're doing this for a customer, you want to make sure that you're lining things up. And if you're doing them just because, you still want to make sure, but there's a little more room for error if you're just doing them for yourself. Because that's where you're going to learn. So, every once in a while, Zaza. Day is a popular girl, yes. When you're out of town, it seems like when the kids call the most, right? So thoughtful, Donna. Yep. We have a good group. So now I have got that to where I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. I like those glass top pins, and it's going to help keep it set up nice. But I was going to go ahead and just fill this one so you'd be able to see it all the way, but per request, it can't be. So this has been set and ready to go. So here on this part, this is where you need to watch. Oh, I want to pull the pattern so I can show you. Sorry. I'll pull this out and show you something here. So let me get to the part where I need. So right here, there's so many different ways. You can, after we get this stuffed up in here, you have to decide the form of the face. Kathy, welcome. Can you add her to the squirrel group, please? So we've got the face all lined up. We've got the nose right here. And now you have to decide how far down you want these ears to come. Because once we get it stuffed, you're going to have to sew this. So I want to make sure that these come out the same. So it's going to be trial and error here, I can tell you that. And I'm trying to come up with something that's going to give me the round that I need. I needed to make that curve. Be able to eyeball it. And all you're going to do is use your water soluble pen and give yourself just that little line. It's going to be really, really faint, but you're going to be able to see where your ears are. So you're going to do the same on this side, but you don't want to be able to cut into the face. And I like to use this that way. If I've messed it up before I stuff it, we'll be able to see what I need to correct. So before you do anything, you're going to hold your ears back and make sure you have these lined up. Like this one here, I need to come in just a little bit more. And I think you'll be able to see that. The crazy clubs are the most. Yes. Kathy, can you send me something through Messenger so I can find you to add you to the group? That works so much easier doing it that way, Dave. Thank you. Let me get these pieces back in the pack. And then I have, this is exactly what I use when I do the fiber fill. It works so much better. It gives it that poof and you don't have to over stuff. Kathy, do you have Messenger? Because that's the way we'll be able to get you into the group. It runs through Messenger. If not, can you install it and then send the link? It doesn't. Now you're going to just get up in here and get personal. I don't do IG. Send it to me, Kathy. I have Instagram. But you have to have Messenger. So you're only going to need a little bit, but I pulled too much out of the bag. Okay, let me try that. Yes. But I can't do anything while I'm on here. The best thing for you to do is email. Hold on. What, Joe? Then you just decide how fluffy do you want your ears. I like them to be well-rounded, so I'll fool with this for just a couple minutes and get the right amount that I want up in there. The fiber fill is expensive here, so I buy poly. Yeah, I do the ears with the fiber fill because I think it's going to give it the better look. Only that. So now, as you can see, the ears are done. So what I need to do, that line that I put in here, I need to be able to make the face come to life. So I need to sew across that line right there that I put in. And that's going to give the shape of the face as well as the ears. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side and push it up in there. Now you have your face and you have your ears. Then, since this one is going in the mail, this is the way that I choose to do these when I mail them. I lay them like this. And then all I'm going to do is start folding it in on itself like this. That way the face does not get distorted and it's all lined up. And this will be able to give you a little idea of how the face will look. But I'll also wrap this in tissue paper before it goes out. So I want to see if you'll be able to see. But do you see how it gave the sculpture there? These are real easy to do. It's just one of those slow sews. Normally I would stuff, but when they're requested to come to them unstuffed, it makes more sense to just get the ears done and send it along. So thinking, it's amazing the difference that line of stitching has made. Yes, that way your ears are up in there and they're going to showcase as ears. You know what I'm saying? They're going to stay that way. And then once the head's filled out, I'll snip the little strings. But that little line, you have to do it in the curve of the face. And then that makes the difference. Then these are going to always stand up and not fall down in as kids rub them or sniff them or they're washed a million times. This will always stay puffy. So I hope that makes sense. So let me see. Can't believe I've been talking that much. Same to you. You guys are being so amazing today. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up today's live and get ready to head out with my daughter. God bless you and keep you. You guys have a fabulous day. And Kathy, send me an email at Donna@handmadebying.com. That's the easiest way. When Joe gets that email, you have got to have Facebook Messenger installed or we won't be able to add you to the group. The only other thing I'd be able to do for you is anything that I do that way, I'll have it in my phone and I will add you an email forwarding things. But the group as a whole is where you're going to get the camaraderie and all the fun hangouts. So you guys have a great day. God bless you and keep you. And I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Bye-bye, guys.